everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and my cases, and today I am going to show you guys how I design my cases and how I size them, and yeah. So exciting video, let's get right into it. Okay, so first thing, I'm gonna get my laptop all set up, and the app that I usually use is Sketchable, but you can use Adobe Illustrator, you can use like the free version, which is like Krita, displayed on the screen. Yeah, you got it. You can use any app like Procreate if you have like a tablet. We're gonna get right into it, and yeah. I'm gonna show you guys how I measure the phone cases first before I take it into Photoshop. So what I do is, this is a iPhone 11 Pro. Yeah, it's an iPhone 11 Pro case, and what I'm gonna do is take the insert from my sublimation case, and I'm gonna take, because the phone case itself is not really important, because what you're gonna print on is your sublimation case. So now I'm gonna take my ruler. It's a 30 centimeters ruler, and we're gonna measure the width and length of my insert. So make sure that you don't measure, like, you measure the corners too. Even though they're like round, you still need to measure them. So we're gonna do that real quick. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna line up the side of the insert with 0, and we're gonna see how tall it is. So you can do it in inches too, but I prefer centimeters, and I just realized I was in inches, so we're gonna switch to centimeters. Okay, so line it up, and then you're gonna see where it takes, and this is 6.5, but I'm gonna make it 6.7. Usually I add 2 millimeters on, so that the case, like when you print it, you don't have any problems with it, because it's good to give it some like extra space. Anyway, now we're gonna do the length, and again you're gonna line it up and see how tall it is. It's 13.7, but I'm gonna round it up to 13.9. Well, not round it up, but I'm gonna give it 2 millimeters extra, so it's gonna be 13.9. And now you're gonna remember those, and you're gonna do a custom canvas in Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, you can use Krita. So now we're gonna get into it. So now that we sized our insert, we're ready to get it into Photoshop. So I emailed myself the design, and now I'm gonna show you guys, because I said I will. Yeah, here you go. It finally opened. This is the final piece, and I really like it. It's like abstract. I like the colors. I was like thinking something pinkish, reddish, because that's how I feel. Well, not really. I just like the color. But we're gonna take this beauty into Photoshop right now, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it, like how to size your design in Photoshop. So we're gonna keep this, and first of all, this is how it will pop up to you. Usually pops up with an A4, and you're gonna change it to centimeters, like the sizing measurements that you've taken for your insert. Mine is centimeters, and we're gonna put in the width, which was it was 6.5, but we're gonna add 2 millimeters, so it will be 6.7, and for the height it was 13.7, but we're gonna put 13.9. just to make sure when printed it will print just fine. And for the resolution, usually put it 500 for sublimation printing, and make sure that you choose the right color profile. In this case for you it's an ICC profile that would come with your printer if you don't have a Sawgrass. But for me, if you do have a Sawgrass printer, SG500, this is the ICC profile that I use, and this is the one that I've been told it matches with my printer by the people that created the printer. Anyway, so now we're gonna press create and get into it, and what you're gonna do is go back to the file and you're gonna drag it onto the canvas, and this is how it will pop up. And here is where you can do some touches to it, like make it smaller or stuff like that. Make sure that you remember when you print it, it would cut out a corner of the design because of the camera. So, yeah, you get me. So I think it would be way too big if I was to put it the whole we're gonna make it smaller, and I'll show you guys what I do if I think the design is a bit too big when you put it the same size as the canvas in height. I mean same size in height, because like width it will always be cut off. Because I made it A5, I created the design on A5, so I'm gonna make it smaller, and I like this, yeah. How we're gonna do this, like correct it, is by choosing the bucket tool, where we're gonna choose the color first, and then we're gonna rasterize the layer, because if you don't rasterize your smart object, the layer, then it won't allow you to drop the color bucket. So we're gonna go up to the bar above, and we're gonna choose rasterize and then smart object, and now it will allow us to drop in the color bucket. And this is the final look of your design, well, my design, but now it's ready to be printed. And what you do, you just save it as a PNG file or a JPEG, and JPEG, yeah, whatever, and then you can print it. And I think this is it for our video today. Now you know how I size my phone cases and how I design them, and you can do it too now because I showed you how. So if you had any other questions about how, like further detail about the process, don't be scared to question in the comments down below, and I'll answer as many questions as I can, or any of your curiosities. And if you enjoyed this video and you think it helped you in any way, please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more. But for now, bye! See you guys in the next video.